Welcome back to Primal Living. Now, a whole show tailored towards our mental health, our mental well-being. Myself, Nick, and Poppy.
Hello. Yep.
Lovely to see you as always.
Lovely to see you as well.
And lovely to see you as well. So it's a broad church in many respects. Our mental health, how we look after our minds as well as our bodies. Poppy, what does mental health and looking after your own mental health mean to you, and how do you incorporate it into your life?
It means a lot, and self-care, self-love, taking you time, I don't think should be seen as an indulgence or a luxury. I think it should be really seen as a priority. Because
sometimes it is. Well, historically it has been, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes, if I'm just going to go and have a bit of, as you say, a bit of a quiet time, and sometimes you're not made to feel guilty, but it's important.
Absolutely. You might get comments of, just a little bit of a laugh and a joke, and I'm sure it's meant in jest, but ultimately it is a priority. And someone once said to me, when you go on a plane, you always get told when they do the safety demonstration, which my mum used to do actually. She was a stewardess, yeah. She was a trolley dolly, as she would say, back in the day. Yeah. But they always say, don't they? Make sure you put your mask on first before you attach it to anyone else, before you have a child or so on, or the person next to you. And quite rightly so. If you can't help yourself, if you're not okay, then you're not able to help someone else.
Yes.
So you've got to. Yes, look at yourself first of all. How can I take care of me? How can I ensure that my mental health is in check? Am I aware that perhaps I might be going through a little bit of a difficult time? If so, what do I need to do? Then you can start looking to help others, which actually in itself can be very gratifying. In the loveliest way. It's not a selfish thing to feel that. Not only are you helping that person, you can also feel really good in yourself. So what sort of things do you do, Nick?
Well, what I've come to realise over the years, of course, is recognising the signs, recognising the triggers to, so for example, stress or anxiety, recognising what can have an influence. For example, diets. Having a good diet is important. A lot of balance in your life. Well, not too much of, because we're going to be talking about sleep in a second, but we were talking about when you have too much sleep can be not a great thing as well.
Can go one other way.
For me, I think it's balance and recognising the signs, and then implementing, and there's lifestyle choices that we're all familiar with, stimulants like alcohol, caffeine to some extent. We're talking excesses. So mine is definitely a balance, but also we talk a lot about mindfulness, and I know you're very much into mindfulness. Creating a peaceful space, be it a physical space or a mind space where you can just regroup with yourself. Just regroup. So those are my kind of top tips, but they're very personal, and everyone has their own sort of their personal strategies or techniques. So we mentioned sleep.
Yes, we did.
Very important. So we sleep for like a third of our lives.
We do, and this is the thing, sleep, I think, at one stage was perhaps thought of as something that you would like to avoid doing too much of.
Yes.
Because you want to get ahead of the game. The early bird catches the worm, and people get nervous that if they sleep too much, they're going to miss out on something, be it work or otherwise, and they'll fall behind, and it's a terrible thing to do. And actually, if you don't get enough sleep, then that can have a huge effect negatively and actually can pull you back even further than if you were to sleep. So you need to prioritise it. It is brilliant. And the reason we're referencing it, so we'll talk about that here. Should we say what we've got coming up as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we're going to start. We're starting with in reference to sleep. So it's the journey. How do we get to sleep? So we'll talk about that a little while. So we've got some pillow sprays with scents you'll be more than familiar with. But this particular concentration of lavender as one, and orange and lavender is beautiful. Very sort of mellowing.
It is, and we'll talk more about those. They are phenomenal. We are also going from sprays to supplements. We'll be focusing around two of the all-important B vitamins here. Folic acid, also known as folate, and B6. B6 is amazing, also known as B9, as you'll see on the front there. So
both water-soluble vitamins, so you have to take them or ingest them as opposed to...
Your body doesn't retain them, you don't create them, you've got to keep ingesting them in one form or another. These are amazing. And then a combination multivitamin as well.
Stress relief. So packed full of vitamins and minerals, and that's coming up with a great price and offer as well. Okay, so going back to sleep. So there's the quality of sleep we have and the amount of sleep that we have, and there's certain things we can do to help ourselves. So Poppy, how do you get? It's getting to sleep.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
What kind of things do you do to help yourself?
So something that both myself and Nick have talked about previously, and this is a question for you as well at home. Do you find that you suffer with any of the above? you struggle to get to sleep.
Sometimes, yes.
You wake up in the night.
Yes.
You start counting the hours, how many hours you have left before you've got to get up.
No, that's the worst when you look at the clock, when you have an important appointment in the morning and you say, well, if I go to sleep now, I'd have 5 hours. And you
Makes
that
it worse.
paranoia looking at the clock. Yeah, makes it worse.
Yes. So if any of that relates to you, then what we're talking about here could potentially really help. But for me, it's about environment and my mental state. I have to be in a state of happiness and at ease.
Yes.
And I have to have put myself in that position. So even if I've had, and this does happen to all of us, I might have had a super rushed day, something bad may have even happened, life isn't always smooth.
Or there could be something tomorrow. That's
a
common one, isn't it? So what's happening tomorrow, and you're processing it now. Yeah, anxiousness. Now, we've got this sort of sleep guide. It's only a guide, but we thought it'd be interesting to see, to pinpoint where we're at. So according to this guide, looking at here, I'm never going to ask a lady her age, obviously.
Just had my birthday as well.
I should be trying to get, according to this guide, between 7 to 9 hours a night. Which is, I don't do myself many favours. I love reading, I love late night movies, I love chatting, and these things, another half an hour.
Yes,
so I think we could all be a little bit more routine. That's it, routine.
Routine.
And that's it with having kids as well.
You've got two?
Yeah, Scarlett and Ed. And parents will know, and I've got nephews and nieces, grandchildren. Routine is paramount with kids. They love, they respect, they respond, they love routine. So learn just by implementing that, thinking, well, I could learn something from this, I guess.
Indeed.
So how many hours do you sort of get, or do you aim for?
I aim for between 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Some days are less. Some days, I'd like to say some days are more. That I don't think that ever happens. But often it can be less. But I've got better and better over the years. But certain remedies personally work for me. So first of all, I talked about environment. So dark room, I sleep with an eye mask on, which I know and your wife does as well. We're having a giggle about this. So I've got those eye masks on. And I think also use earplugs, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. Yeah. I don't snore.
Yeah, we don't believe that. Yeah.
Stop it.
We don't believe you. We don't believe you.
Yeah, she likes, what's the word? Quiet and darkness.
All the sensories, everything blocked out.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, again, we've got another guide, a visual guide here. This is, again, just for a bit of fun, but also it's interesting. How many of these do you incorporate into your routine? So I've got a copy of it here as well. So again, develop a ritual of going to sleep, for example.
Yes, yeah.
Caffeine.
Yeah, some people are worse with caffeine than others. Some people feel the effects of caffeine 6 hours before they've had, one, and it can affect the quality of their sleep.
Mine's eating. If we have a big meal late, that can really affect my sleep quality. But you're saying, do you
eating, and
But
I
you
need
eat as much as a sparrow, though, because
that is not true. I eat, but Elliot's saying she's a cannet. They take the mickey out of me in here because I eat, but I eat all primal foods. That's the thing. Yeah. I won't eat breakfast. I'll fast then, but then my lunches and I have an early dinner. It's always really healthy, hearty food.
With the Primal lifestyle, I sometimes have those wobbles, and really consciously. You effortlessly glide through the Primal lifestyle.
I like this I like this sort of food. Anyway.
So how do you get sleep? So these are pillow sprays. And the association of lavender as well. It's used by. It's used for multiple things. It's been known to be used for aching muscles and joints, etc. But in the aromatherapy world, it's a big one, and inducing sleep.
That is absolutely gorgeous. So that one I've just sprayed there is singular lavender, because you've got one that is solely lavender. And by the way, if you look at the ingredients, you will see lavender.
My mum used to put lavender oil on my pillow when I was a little boy.
My grandma did. Yeah, my grandma actually used to get actual lavender as the flower.
Yeah.
And she'd sprinkle it on my pillow, and she'd put it under her pillow as well. And lavender always makes me think of my wonderful Nana tea.
Oh, so made with lavender oil, 50 millimetres. Millilitres, okay, and special offer here, and you've got a fusion with orange as well. So, okay, so the lavender on its own, or lavender with orange?
This is the thing. Now, lavender has long been researched and looked upon as a very romantic and calming smell, which is why lavender, I'm sure you already know, is associated with relaxation and sleep. It's used in aromatherapy to put us into a more relaxed state. Now, research has shown that the smell of lavender, and we'll also talk about why we've put lavender with orange in the other spray, but the smell of lavender has an effect on the amygdala gland. And this is it's like our emotional warehouse in our brain. It's on the side of our brain, sort of almond sort of shape, and the effect that it has affects our mood. So you smell something, and by the way, your smell is your strongest sense. Have you ever smelled something and it's taking you back years
Connected
ago?
to memory, isn't it?
Connected to memory, exactly.
And what I love about that, absolutely, like it sort of lays dormant within us. Then you go into an environment and the smell, the trigger, the memory comes back. You've not even thought about it.
And it gives you the feeling. So you don't just get the memory. Your body, and we've talked about this before. Nick, you said on a previous show that your body can't tell the difference between actual stress and perceived stress. So if you're thinking about a situation or the situation itself is happening, thinking about it can still have a negative effect on the body, even though it's not actually happening, just the thought of it. And it's the same idea, you know, smelling something that makes you happy has a relaxed state, a positive state on the body. And that is the idea of this amazing, natural, no nasties pillow spray.
They're absolutely delightful, very popular. And it's one of those, it just takes you back. It just to the earlier year. And just a calm, serene space just before sleep. So to help you get a full night's sleep, hopefully.
It does. And the reason that we wanted to showcase it in this show is because we are currently in the 30% off sale. Now, to redeem the offer that is on screen, because if you buy this as a one-off, it's £4.99. If you would like to get a whopping 30% off, which will take it down to the low offer price of just £3.49 to buy for yourself or as a gift, all you have to do is use or quote on the phone, save 30. It's easy, it's a capital save, number 30, put it in upon checkout. It'll be really self-explanatory, by the way, if you're doing it on the website. Just go for the spray and it will talk you through the whole process, or call the customer service team and say, I'd like it, but I would like to save 30. And that's where you'll get the offer.
And you can order via the phone line or via the website. Okay, so moving on. So the theme of the show obviously is that of mental well-being. This is it's a vitamin, and this is known as folic acid. Now this, I'll show you here, in a pot of 30, again, it's part of the dose. So, I mean, this, well, tell us about your experience with the folic acid.
Okay, so folic acid, also known as folate, is very much associated with that of pregnancy.
Yeah.
Many people advise to take it up until the 12th week.
12th week of pregnancy, yeah.
Yes,
so vitamin B, it's also known as vitamin B9, and again, water soluble, which you touched upon earlier. So you have to take it. Your body can't produce it, nor can it retain it.
That's it. Yeah, you've got to keep keep ingesting it in one way or another. And you know, you can find it in leafy greens and grains. The thing about grains is, if you're living a more primal lifestyle, you may not be getting enough.
Yeah.
As I say, you can get it from lots of veg, lots and lots of veg. You know, the dark leafy greens. But some areas you might be lacking. And look, you know, we will struggle to get enough folic acid in our diet every single day.
Okay. So the things that it's been known to be associated with normal psychological function, hence why it belongs in this show very much so. Normal function to immune system. The body can be known to help the body create amino acids. So then those are organic compounds that combine to form proteins. So it's almost like the building blocks, really, of life. Almost. It's fascinating vitamin.
Now, deficiencies have also been associated with depression and dementia.
Yeah.
Now, you talked about cognitive functions, psychological functions, which is why we wanted to put it in this show. So there's been lots of research now being done around folic acid. This isn't just for those of us in pregnancy. By the way, if you're considering to take folic acid, whether you're pregnant or not, always consult with your GP. As a little disclaimer, with any supplements, if you're incorporating it into your lifestyle, if you're on any current medication, especially as well. But there's all this really, really fascinating research, which is just mind-blowing now, that is emerging about folic acid, the link between folic acid and dementia and degenerative diseases, but also our mood. So, you know, on one website actually it said folate is easily inactivated by cooking and processing food. So this is another thing. So if you cook food in the wrong way, overheat it or fry or so on, you can inactivate what was previously very, very good.
Good, yeah, absolutely.
Other factors like chronic disease, diabetes, metabolic problems, cancer, of course, smoking, alcohol use, poor diet, medications. There's lots of certain things and factors that can affect deficiencies.
Yeah.
And if you're deficient, it's been seen in many that it could potentially cause you to have low mood.
It's extraordinary. So it's very much essential in the development of the human body, but also essential in daily life as well, maintaining those levels alongside obviously a healthy diet. So it's about being able to reach for this when you need to top up your levels.
Absolutely. For me, it's like a foundation. So if anything that we've said in this show, resonates with you, and always, by the way, always speak to a medical professional or speak to a friend, things that you can do alongside, getting more sleep and taking a supplement perhaps, is to look obviously at your diet first and foremost. It's what I would always suggest to any clients as a nutritional therapist. I can completely empathise with low mood, and actually it's what got me into health. I was offered, and by the way, I'm not suggesting anyone to come off or to refuse antidepressants. I know I've got friends that are on them and need them, but I was offered them. This was going back a number of years ago. I was in a very bad place off the back of my health problems, and I decided to look at food instead and how that could help me, and ended up not having to take them. Again, that was just me personally. I know that they are the right thing for many, of course.
But it's also looking at diet, lifestyle, environment.
Who you hang around with as well.
Yeah, your
social
support network, absolutely, and again, we talked about sleep, a little thing. It's all this balance that contributes. I'm just looking at the NRV, the nutritional reference value, 200%, and there's a pot of 30.
So 2 times the recommended daily allowance. But by the way, when we say RDA or NRV, recommended daily allowance, NRV is nutritional reference value. These are the minimum recommended amounts that you're advised to take per day by the EU. We go above and beyond that because we don't want the minimum, we want above. 100's still great percent, but we've gone above and beyond with that one as well. So it is something quite special, a really high quality, formulated, high concentrated folic acid or folate or vitamin B9, whichever one you want to call it, supplement.
So normally an amazing price, and again it's the quality of the concentration and the strength as well, £3.99. However, including the 30% offer sale price. That makes sense, but you have to use the code SAVE30. So either quote that when you're speaking to someone in the call centre, or pop that into the checkout as you're checking out on the website. Save 30%. That takes it down to £2.79.
So affordable. And by the way, and this is advice that I've given to many people in the past as well. If someone said to me, how do I pick a supplement? And I would say, well, look at what people are selling them for. So this is before I was at Primal. And this is part of the reason that we are part of Primal, because we know, we understand the quality. Yeah. The reason the prices are so low is because we don't do external marketing. We don't do big billboards. Look, we may do one day, but right now we're not going to have to pump the prices up of the supplements for the benefit of doing external marketing. It's word of mouth. We live on word of mouth.
Because the advertising, obviously, there's going to be knock-on effect. The advertising needs to be paid for. Word of mouth, and that's how it's grown, hasn't it? I mean, it's grown. I mean, you've been here since day one. I joined the team later down the line, but I've seen extraordinary growth since I've been here. Thanks to you recommending us, which is just brilliant.
Yeah, and actually on that note, now we can't say too much, but part of what Nick's been doing behind the scenes is incorporating...
Cleaning.
Not done a very good job, Nick. Have a little look at this guy.
Spotless over there. No.
Incorporating some more products into the company. I won't let too much out of the bag, but let's just say there's certain products that fit within the mindfulness area.
Yeah, the primal living world. So of course, products which promote health, healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy planet as well.
Absolutely.
So there's even more. Poppy's absolutely right. There's even more.
We're looking at one just yesterday, weren't we, for healthy mind, and we've been anyway, I won't give too much away, but watch this space. We've got lots more coming in. Mindfulness is incredibly important. It's a big part of us here as well.
Absolutely. What I do love about the team that we have
Tell us, Nick. Tell us what
the customers is that we've all come to this from different directions. We've all come to it from, obviously we all have different experiences within life, different backgrounds and experiences and so forth. And that's I think that our team here represents that. We've all agree and subscribe to this model, and just having come from very different directions. I mean, you're a nutritional therapist, and the experiences you've had in life are very different to what I've had, and it's like a common ground. It's wonderful, and we get this from your feedback as well in the dialogue we have with you. But mental health, bring it back to the theme of the show again. It's about what we can control, what we can do. Obviously, if in doubt, reach out. For a support network, that will help you. Reach out. Never. It's that thing of the dangers of being alone and not communicating. But I think, this is all. I'm recognizing the signs, the triggers, and but there's certain things I can do to help myself. Lifestyle choices, we said, but supplementation.
Supplementation, that's it.
Yeah, so this out as well.
Small step that can make a big difference. And also it's very positive doing something for yourself. If you thought, I've kind of been a bit of stuck in a rut, perhaps I need to look at what may help me, and there might be something within this show, whether it's, in fact, you could definitely go for a combination of the sprays and a supplement that resonates with you, but try it, see what you think. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. See how you feel, let us know. This might be an area that could help you, and for the prices of which we offer, why wouldn't you try? Why wouldn't you at least try?
And there's more, also historically there was very much, I think mental health now is is better understood.
Yes.
Either on personal levels and also globally within communities, etc. We'll talk about this as well, very important to be connected to people.
Yes.
The social aspect. We are sociable animals.
We are.
And
particularly you and I.
Yeah.
love a natter.
But sometimes the isolation can cause problems as well. There's all these kind of things as well. But going back to what we ingest and supplementation. Now I've got the next vitamin on offer.
Yes.
Okay. It's very popular. Now I'm going to give, Poppy knows I've learned so much about this myself. There's still more to learn. We both learn all the time, but Poppy's knowledge on this one. So this is vitamin B6. Again, it's water soluble, so you have to take it. Your body can't make it. It can't hold on to it. Now, it's been referred to as the happiness vitamin, the PMS vitamin, or the stabilizer vitamin. Talk to us about vitamin B6.
Vitamin B6 is something that every single one of us needs.
Yes, so it's not gender specific. However,
not gender specific at all. No. However, with that said, the reason that it's quite often associated, particularly with that of females, is because it's a good hormone balancer. Now, both men and women have hormones, but women. Sorry, ladies, but we have a lot more. In fact, you could, for a man, you could write their hormones down on a piece of paper, and it's just fact. For women, it's a book.
You've got busy bodies, things going on.
We have. It's just the way we're built.
It's doing a lot of jobs.
It is. And our hormones can be hugely affected by different factors, variables from menopause, PMS. All of these can have an effect on our levels, and also the contraceptive pill can deplete your levels of vitamin B6. So even if you're eating it and you're getting it through your diet, certain aspects, times of the month and so on, can cause our levels to be, our resources to be used up even more so. Now, without those levels, deficiencies can affect our mood. If you're more irritable, it might be as a result of having low levels of B6.
Extraordinary.
And it's basically for those reasons known as a sort of the happiness pill, a stabilizer, and it's all natural. And it's something that I just think, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Again,
being associated with improving your mood by regulating hormones, as Poppy just said, being associated with increasing energy levels with higher red blood cell content and healthier blood cells, meaning less inflammation and healthier joints. Now, talk about the potency and the strength. Poppy, ours 35 times the EU NRV.
That's it. It's one of the strongest formulations that we do on any single supplement, so it's incredibly high in concentration. And with that, you'd think that we would have bumped up the price. It is absolutely phenomenal. In fact, the price on this is so low. This is for men and women, but in particular, as I say, it's very much associated with women. If you find that you need that help in certain times of the month, and by the way, I'd advise taking it throughout, different for everybody, but I personally take it every single day, even though I may not need it every single day, but I know that I've got my levels covered then, because it's quite hard to know if you need it that day or not. Our bodies are great in so many ways, but they can be a bit late in responding to certain things. So it might be that you've been deficient in something for a while before you start to see the effects.
Yes.
If you'd like to get your hands on this, you can do so for a ridiculously low price at the moment in our 30% off sale. But in order to get that 30% off, you have to use the code SAVE30. Yep. Now you can do that by putting the code in on the website. It's really self-explanatory. Just go to get this particular product, and then upon checkout it'll ask you to put the code in. You'll see, don't worry, you'll see. Or if you prefer, you can call and speak to a real person and just tell them that I'd like to get vitamin B6 in the 30% off sale, and say SAVE30, and that will give you that amazing offer. Of course, as always, you can subscribe as well, but it's entirely up to you which way you'd like to purchase these.
So it's normally £3.98, but with this offer, £2.79. I always say that as well. You speak to a real person.
Yes.
So, I imagine people saying, "Well, have you got non-real people there?"
Yeah.
It's not automated.
It's
real people,
yeah.
which is always great. So that sort of human contact. If you've got any more questions about vitamin B6 or any of the other supplements we have this hour, gearing towards based upon the theme, which is that of mental well-being. Now, this next offer, Poppy, it kind of it brings well, I used the word cocktail recently. You came up with a better word. What was the word you used?
What did I say? Mixed formulation?
Mixed formulation.
Something like that?
It's sort of multivits of different minerals and vitamins, etc.
And plant extracts as well. Yeah.
With this particular stress relief supplement, it seems to be a combination of very traditional methods associated with stress relief and real science discoveries as well.
It's very true.
Yeah, so this packs a punch, this one. Okay, sorry, you're going to speak there?
No, I thought you were still going.
So you've got 20 ingredients in total with this one, and I'll give you a list of rundown. So, for example, vitamin C, yes, obviously.
For immunity, because look, if your immune system's low, that can affect the levels of, in fact, if you're stressed, it can affect your vitamin C. So your body uses up resources of certain vitamins and minerals in certain times of need. So if you're not feeling very well, obviously your body will then start to hang on to more of the vitamin C, utilise that to feel better. So you might need to boost your levels. So it can have a knock-on effect. Stress can lower your levels of vitamin C, and vice versa. It's really phenomenal how the body works. So
and also with Vit C, water soluble as well, like
yes,
the previous one. So you can't make it yourself. Some animals can. But
some animals can, not us.
Magnesium for niacin in here as well.
Function.
The Griffonia seed.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so Griffonia seed has something called hydroxytryptophan, which has calming effects. So it can help you. By the way, this won't make you sleep in the day. There's just an extract of Griffonia seed in there. It's not got loads of it, but it does have calming and more sleeping effects on the body.
Right. So this also brings in zinc, Poppy.
Yes, great for immunity and so many different functions.
Vitamin B6 in here as well, and this is just some vitamin B12 as well. It's 1 tablet a day, a month's supply, and part of the sale.
Yes, it is an amazing sale. It is. So to buy it as a single offer, so buy it as a one-off, it's £5.99. But if you'd prefer, and why wouldn't you, to get 30% off, all you have to do is quote SAVE30 on the phone, the free number that is at the bottom of the screen. So 0800 4402 888. Speak to the customer service team and say SAVE30 to get it for just £4.19. Or you can buy it on the website with the same offer too. Just use SAVE30 as your code. And you can either, it depends what you've seen and has taken your fancy. So in case you missed the beginning of the show, we've got 2 pillow sprays, one that's just lavender, one that's lavender and orange. And the orange, by the way, I'm not sure if we referenced this earlier or not, but it's more of a pick-me-up.
Yes.
So you might think, well, why would I want that before bed? But actually, if you're in a happier state and it's a mood-boosting, uplifting scent, if you feel happier at bedtime, you're likely to sleep better.
Yeah, and it also incorporates, it brings in the idea of a routine as well. Every time you a trigger, every time you smell those smells.
That's a great point.
Associated with,
so if you get used
bedtime.
To it. Yeah.
Bedtime. And then we moved on to folic acid, again, as part of the 30% sale as well. So a month's supply of folic acid. Again, contributing and associated with normal psychological functions, the normal function of the immune system, helping create in the body amino acids. The list goes on. And then also vitamin B6, Poppy.
Vitamin B6, which is an amazing hormone stabiliser, also associated with mood boosting. Or if you'd rather a real mix of vitamins, minerals and plant extracts in a multivitamin tailored around hopefully reducing stress levels, then get your hands on the Stress Relief Multivitamin. By the way, just a reminder, if you're subscribing to any of the supplements, you will always get the best price. So it's half price for life, as we say, on any supplements. So either take advantage of the Save 30 offer, so 30% off, and then you can buy it once and decide whether you like it or not, or subscribe to get it delivered direct to your door for half price from the original price, which is always the lowest price, always the best offer. And you can, take out the concern, take out the stress of ever worrying about, not being there. So it's always re-delivered. Thank you so much for joining myself and Nick here. We hope this has helped. And remember to look after yourself, and self-care, self-love, it is a priority.